Chapter 2. Okay, now she really had to pee. What did her mother want her to say? Urinate? No, that was something you did at the doctor's office. Go to the restroom? No, that was what she and Natalie and Aubrey did when they were trying to get rid of Steve. Sam laughed at the thought of Steve's pitiful face when the three girls broke through the door of no man's land, the girls' restroom. Sorry, Steve, Aubrey giggled and gave one of those ridiculous hand waves. Yesterday she had been one of them again. Aubrey and Sam had been friends longer than anyone, but high school changes even the oldest bonds. Aubrey cheered at Mansfield High School and embraced the cheerleader stereotype. Overly perky, popular, exclusive, ambitious, and a weekend life consisting of a little drinking and a lot of boys. Aubrey's strict parents controlled some of the standard cheerleader weekend activities. Therefore, Aubrey hung around Sam and Natalie and used them as replacement friends on an as-needed basis. Why do we still put up with Aubrey? Natalie always asked. But Aubrey was a habit, and habits are hard to break. Besides, she was the fun one of the group. Friend groups need 4 personality types. The fun, outgoing risk-taker, Aubrey. The strong, confident perfectionist, Natalie. The dependable voice of reason, Steve. The crazy, lovable misfit, Sam. Nobody thinks you're a misfit, Steve joked. But that was his job. Try to make everyone think as reasonably as he did, and keep the girls from killing each other. But did she fit in? As high school marched on and everyone started making plans, Sam felt more and more like an outsider every day. I put up with Aubrey because her mom and dad suck more than mine do. Sam begged Natalie to come shopping. No matter how much of a perky, popular, drinking, boy-loving cheerleader as Aubrey is, she still has a judge for a dad and a super successful mom. In a town like Mansfield, that deadly duo lurking at home somewhere knows everything. And that was the truth. Judge Tennis's connections ran from Mansfield to Fort Worth to Arlington to Dallas, with every police officer and attorney knowing his name. All the wives knew Faith Ingram Tennis, owner of Fit Designs. Sam lost count of how many Fit stores there were in the Metroplex now. Girls, you know, no matter how bad an economy gets, every daddy buys his little baby a prom dress, then a few years later comes back for the wedding dress. Aubrey's whole life was like a reality TV show. Maybe Aubrey was being a better friend lately since some old lady told their daughter, who happened to need a new dress for some upcoming party, that Aubrey said shit when the ketchup dispenser at Wendy's exploded all over her new white blouse. Did you say it? For heaven's sake, Aubrey, did you say it? Miss Dalrymple heard you. Aubrey had been too dumbfounded to deny the accusation when her mother confronted her. She probably didn't even remember saying it because she said it so frequently. Sam wasn't sure how long Aubrey was grounded, but at least she was being nicer for the moment, which included their shopping trip. Sam had long ago gotten over the intimidation of Aubrey's wealth and fashion sense. Look, Aubrey, my mom's a kindergarten teacher, and my dad's the assistant principal. I'm lucky to get a new pair of jeans. My mom is never going to buy them already ripped. Natalie was laughing when she walked in the dressing room. You girls look like you just hit the catwalk in New York. Faith Ingram Tennis just poured on the compliments. She was hoping for a sale. Natalie's confident perfection still tried to compete with Aubrey every now and then. But as flawless as Natalie could be, she still at least came to school sometimes with a greasy ponytail and sweats. I do love you in pink, Aubrey said. It's so weird that we can actually wear the same color. Aubrey's subtle sarcasm was lost in the wind as her mom began to admire both of the girls. Freeze! You have to let me go get the camera. This is our Instagram post for the day. Same outfit, and both of you just look gorgeous. Sam observed the identical little hand wave that Aubrey had given Steve earlier in the day as Miss Tennis retreated somewhere to the back of the store. Aubrey's blonde hair, blue eyes, and tanned skin shone even brighter against Natalie's dark silk hair, almost black eyes, and perpetual bronze glow. As beautiful as Aubrey was, when Natalie stood beside her, somehow the penny was just not so shiny. Sam thought of them as her yin and her yang. What do you think, Sam? Who wears this outfit the best? Natalie would have never put her in that situation. That position. What kind of question was that? Which one was the black one, the dark one, the yin or the yang? It doesn't matter, Sam thought. Aubrey was going to be the dark one. Aubrey would prefer it if Sam demoted Natalie to the occasional friend status, but Sam was never going to do that. Even though Natalie and her family had only been in Mansfield a few years, she was one of those friends that you latch onto and you keep them for life. No matter how far apart you live or how many years have passed. Okay, girls, let's go outside by the fountain and take some pictures. Natalie, you're going to have to start coming in every week. You are my next to fit Instagram star. Thank you, Jesus, that I did not have to answer Aubrey's question, Sam muttered under her breath, flopping on a comfortable chair and having a moment to take inventory of her friends. Natalie's dad had moved to the States from India when he was in college. Her mom had joined him a few years later. Natalie had been born in America, and her real name was Natshianya. Everyone called her Natalie because her mother had learned to speak English from watching Natalie Wood movies. Sam had no clue who Natalie Wood was, so one time Ms. Ramsaroop provided them with a movie marathon weekend. We will get up in the morning for church, no matter the lateness of the hour. Her mother's voice was rich and thick and heavy and meant business. They did get up the next morning for church, even though Rebel Without a Cause lasted late into the night. Sam watched Natalie elegantly posing for Mrs. Tennis's camera and knew that a movie star's name suited her. The Ramsaroops went to the same church as the Flynns and the Tennises. The Ramsaroops went to the same parties, attended the same PTA meetings. They were totally and completely American. But Sam had had the privilege of glimpsing small moments of India that still clung to the household, like raindrops on the windscreen filtering in rainbows after a storm. Do you miss India? Sam foolishly asked once, and for a moment she thought she saw regret in Miss Ramsaroop's eyes. Mr. Ramsaroop's jovial, easygoing manner burst in. India is a lovely place to visit, but America is the only place to live. His happy-go-lucky spirit only ever altered as a sharper intake of breath or a too bold exhale of air. Sam had no idea what Mr. Ramsaruk did for a living, but then again, no one really knew. He came to Mansfield from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and worked for an area military defense contractor. I invent things for the government, and they pay me. There was that sharp intake of breath and that bold laugh of air. Natalie didn't seem fazed by her dad's mysterious work habits, random trips to nowhere, and stupid questions about being an Indian American. Are you guys really Christians? Some insensitive idiot asked Natalie when they were in junior high. Duh. We're all at Walnut Creek Fellowship Church, aren't we? Sam had done the appropriate friend eye roll and dragged Natalie away. At times, Sam wondered if the Ramsarups came to Fellowship Church because they really wanted to, or if it helped Mr. Ramsarup's job and social standing. But that was Sam at her judgmental best, and the task of group judge and conscience belonged to Steve. But Steve would have to be the subject of another morning self-analysis because the trip to the bathroom could be postponed no longer. The mental reveling of the last 24 hours in the image of Natalie in a hot pink top and ripped up jeans faded the trauma of seeing her burn. I can face the smells coming from the kitchen. Maybe I can cram my mouth totally full and get through Mom's questions by grunting. Okay, great. Now I hear voices and talk to myself. Sam mumbled as she slowly shuffled down the hall.